Hey, this is Jack Hobday from Magisterial, and in this video I'll be showing you how to create, edit, and export a scouting document using agent mode. So first we need to make sure that we're in agent mode and that we've also selected the sport and division parameter that we'd like. In this case I'll be using Division 3 men's soccer. Next we can go up and click on the chat bar where we'll input our prompt. In this case I'll just paste in a prompt that I wrote beforehand where I want Magisterial to create a concise scouting report of St. Olaf using stats from 2025 with a team overview, a key players, and a strengths and weaknesses section. Each prompt that's used in this video can be found in the description below for you to try out yourself. From there, I can click the enter button, and Magisterial will begin to sift through all the information it can find in this team and create the report as I requested. So, as we can see, it's completed the team overview, and now it'll begin to work on the key players / predicted starting 11 section. Now it's completed the key players / predicted starting 11 section, where we can see information like position, name, number, and some statistical information, as well as any accolades and recent form of those players. Finally, it'll begin to work on the strengths and weaknesses section. So now that it's completed the strengths and weaknesses section below, the document is complete. Now once the document is complete, there are two ways to edit it. First, I can simply click on this edit button and edit it just like I would a normal document. For example, let's say I want to change the name. I can say St. Olaf Scout. Click back on preview, and that will save that change. Now because we're in agent mode and we have the chat bar right here, we can continue to prompt Magisterial to make other changes to the document. So for example, let's say I wanted to see all the penalty kicks that they attempted in 2025, including who took them and in what games. Also, we'll have Magisterial add this to the document. So I'll click enter again, and Magisterial will begin to work on answering this new question and add the information into the document. So now Magisterial has begun and finished answering that question. We'll go down below, scroll down, and here we go. So it's found the penalty kick analysis. It says who took the penalty, in what game, and whether they scored or missed. Now you can also ask even more complex questions in agent mode. For example, let's say I wanted to see the distribution of goals that they scored in 2025 in 15-minute increments and add it to the document. What this will actually do is look at all the goals that St. Olaf scored in the 2025 season, the timestamps of the goals, and in this case put them into these 15-minute bins as I've requested, and then add it to the document. Now it's complete. If I want to see the distribution alone, I can click View All, which will bring up this window. Then if I want to go back to the scouting document, I'll just click Open. Now we'll scroll down again, and here we can find the goal scoring distribution. So for example, from this we can see that St. Olaf scored over 60% of their goals in the second half this season. Now if I wanted to compare this to goals conceded, I could do the same type of prompt where I say show me the same distribution but for goals conceded, and add it to the document, comparing it to goals scored. Click enter once more, and it'll do the exact same process, now looking at goals conceded over the same 15-minute increments across all games. So again, once that's complete, if I'd like to look at this distribution standing alone, I'd click View All, where I can see the distribution, but in this case I'll open up the document once more, scroll down to the goal distribution, and as you can see, it's added the goals conceded distribution. Now, interestingly enough, despite St. Olaf's very high goal differential, they actually conceded more goals than they scored in the 30 to 45th minute. From there, as a coach, you could potentially look at substitution patterns and go look at the film and see why this insight is the case. Now, once this document is in the state that you'd like, you can actually click on this Google Docs button above, and from there, it will actually export this document in the state that it's in straight into Google Docs. Once in Google Docs, I can obviously share and edit this document as you please. Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact Magisterial through Instagram or email. Thank you.